All right, yo, what is up? What is up, everyone? Hope y'all are doing well. We're finally back on stream, man. Finally back on stream, doing our thing. We're gonna be on Hoopgrids today, just doing random stuff. Maybe do some other trivia. I don't know. We're just here yapping about basketball. No backyard baseball today. Just I don't know. Wasn't in the mood for it, I guess. But backyard baseball is going to come back eventually. It will come back. Probably next stream most likely because I do really want to get that going. It's just I've been in the mood to do some trivia and other stuff lately. And I'd rather be on here doing stuff that, I feel more energized with because it's better for y'all than if I'm just sitting here doing something that I'm not in the mood for, you know? So yeah, we're back on Hoop Grizz today, doing our thing. You know what I mean? Just gonna chill out. Did not feel well this week. Just coming off being kind of sick. So, you know, energy isn't super high right now, but hey, we'll get there eventually, hopefully. That's why there wasn't, because usually I stream Friday nights, but there wasn't a stream Friday night because I just wasn't feeling well. Then yes, right, yeah, today's Saturday, so I don't know why I thought today was Sunday. Today's Saturday. Usually the streams Friday nights, but I just I was better yesterday, but I still wasn't like fully there. But hey, what's good, Dev? What's good? What's good? Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well. Every day, bro, is hilarious. Hope you're doing good, bro. Yeah, man, we're back on stream. Usually I stream Friday nights, but I was not feeling very well. That's why there wasn't that much content this week because I just wasn't feeling good this week. I like a stomach thing. I don't know what was going on. And yeah, and I'm slowly, I'm better than what I was a couple days ago. So I'm like, all right. That's why I didn't stream yesterday because I was just like my energy was so low. I was just like, I'm not even in the mood. And so today I have a little bit more. So I'm like, all right, we're good now. You know, like we're getting there. So yeah, we're back today. Just gonna be chilling on some hoop grids, do some trivias, other stuff like that. I don't know, I'm in the mood for it. So I was like, we're gonna do that. But yeah, man, we're back. Really sucked because I really wanted to stream yesterday, but I just didn't have the energy. Honestly, I just didn't have it. And still today, I'm not high energy either, but I feel a lot better than what I felt, you know, the entirety of the week. So I was like, okay, you know what? Now we can get to actually doing stuff. I'm just trying to get some stuff on the side situated so that it looks good. Um, all right, yeah. But yeah, probably just gonna chill on, do some hoop grids, do some the lineup game that he put out as well. Maybe I do some other trivia thing. I don't really know. Maybe I do a sport quiz. I'm not sure. Kind of just putting stuff together, trying to figure out what I'm in the mood for, and trying to have some fun. So that's what we're doing here. No, I gotta come back in. Full thing. Oh, nice, Dev. Yeah. This week was not a great week for me in terms of like I don't know. I didn't even know what it was either. Like the only thing I consume is that I ate something weird because I wasn't like cough, sneeze, sick. I was more just like stomach bug, like stomach hurt, headaches. My body was weak. I honestly like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I didn't really get out of bed. I stayed in my bed the whole day basically. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Only getting up if I really had to use the bathroom, or really had to go eat something. Like, but besides that, I was in my bed. Yesterday, I finally was able to like get up and do stuff, and now today, my body feels normal. My headaches are gone. It's just like my stomach feels a little bit weird, but I'm not like, it's getting better. By tomorrow, I should be all good to go. But yeah, it was so weird. Like it just came out of nowhere that I just kind of woke up Tuesday and I was like, yeah, something's not right. Like, cause I mean, your own body. Those days when you wake up and you're just like, yeah, something's not right. That's why I woke up. I woke up Tuesday and I was just kind of like, dang, yeah, I'm not good right now. Seeing Jordan Smith. I didn't. I heard about it. I heard about it literally. I think earlier today, where I saw he had like a triple double or something like that. I didn't watch it though, but I definitely heard about Jordan Smith going off. I don't know why I saw a post somewhere that said Jordan Smith tonight. I think he had like a triple double. When I say right, or am I thinking of something completely different? I think he had a triple double or something, or like a really good game. Um, what's my time? Yeah. Earlier today at 21, 11, and 11. for argument, they're playing against Arlington. Yeah, I didn't watch the tape though. Is a thing. But I mean, can I watch it right now? Let me see. Is there? Just I can probably go to Twitter and find that because I think that's where I saw it. Like I just randomly scrolled. Um. Oh dang. Sorry, baseball trade just happened. I was like, whoa. White Sox, Luis Castillo. Dang, the Mariners are really selling like that, huh? Shout out to the White Sox. Anyway, wasn't it Jordan Smith? Sorry, baseball trade. Trade deadline for baseball is like this week. So, can I see some Jordan Smith Jr.? Here we go. I'm watching a tape on Twitter right now. All right, here he is. Okay. Let me see. Get the steal. Oh, okay. Rebound. He definitely is built. I heard, which is the only thing I knew about him is that he was a built. He like a stocky point guard. That's what I knew about him. I don't know anything about his game. Okay, get to the rim, lay. Yeah, he already definitely looks like his body. He's NBA ready body wise, which is rare to see from guards. Drive, kick out, drive to the rim, body, lay. 1-on-1, get to the basket, lay. Yeah, if he's able to get to the basket and finish through contact easy, which it looks like he is, like that'll be fine. Hey, whoever his teammate is just did a throw it off the throw it off the ground dunk. They're treating the game like it's practice. All right, he's just been. I mean, every play has been out in transition. I mean, they're playing against the College of Carleton. You know, three ball bang. Let me see three ball again. Just like I want to see the jump shot. It's so fast. 1-on-1. Okay, that's not a bad looking. Honestly, that's not a bad looking jump shot at all. You can get that going. Yeah, he jumps out. Yeah, he's a lot more like compact a little bit, but that's not a bad looking jumper. Just gotta get the consistency of it, which that's everybody. I go, yeah. He definitely looks athletic. I mean, he's been playing out transition and bodying people the entire every highlight is him out and running everybody. Yeah, good for him though. Very excited. I mean, and he's played for Arkansas too. And Arkansas, a John Calipari guard. So there's gonna be something there. If he John Calipari guard, he's gonna figure something out. John Calipari knows what he's doing with those guards out there. He knows how to guy. He knows he's gonna find a freshman guard and let him look like the best player in the country. We got a lot of receipts on that. you know, but yeah, that's exciting though. I mean, you usually don't see point guards like usually the one constant thing with like point guards and guards coming to the league is like body. Like filling out. Like I feel like you look at Daniel, basically every guard this class, maybe besides DP or whatever, it was just like, yeah, well, he's got to get stronger and all that, but it's like also these guys are 19, like by the time they're 25, they're gonna be good, like that's not a thing you really worry about unless they're like really, really under like 160, then it's kind of like okay, and they're like 6 feet, but like usually, yeah. So to see a guard already have that kind of like, stockiness built, that's a good thing. And if he's using it and be able to get to the basket and do all that stuff, that's cool. You know, Chicago, like on second to New Orleans. That'd be fun for New Orleans. Him and Jeremiah Fears in the backcourt. A little 1-2 punch there. Chicago would be really nice. Maybe, yeah, Chicago would be really nice. Play next to Josh Giddey. Be someone that can actually create, get to the basket. Chicago's just gonna have a bunch of athletes. Chicago's just got Modest, Caleb, and then Jordan Smith. Just all athleticism, pure athletes out there. That's pretty nice though. I mean, why not? You know, that's what you guys. Reminds me of Eric Bledsoe. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard a lot of that Eric Bledsoe because Eric Bledsoe was like a stocky guard, create for himself type of thing. That's a really. I mean, Eric Bledsoe was a good player for a while in the NBA. He was never like hit the highs of highs because he wasn't elite, but he was pretty freaking good for a time, especially in Phoenix. You know, he was good for a time. Yeah, he had years. Yeah, he had years of averaging. He was putting up 20 points a game in Phoenix for a couple years. All defensive, two all defensive teams in Milwaukee. Like, Eric Bledsoe was not a bad player at all. You know, so that's a good comparison. Especially, I mean, you like to compare people like that. Where it's like Eric Bledsoe's a respectable, good NBA player. Those are good comparisons. Not everyone has to be freaking. You know, oh, he's a strong point guard, Russell Westbrook, and it's like, okay, let's chill. you know, like, I think of myself. He's dead. Yeah, no, he was good. It's just, I mean, the Suns were the Suns, so no one cared, you know. But he was good. I mean, remember they had that 3 point guard. It was him, Goran, Brandon Knight, Isaiah Thomas. Like they had that point guard kind of like situation going on. But no, yeah, Airbuds. I mean, he had a year averaged 20. Then he had 2017. He averaged 21 points, 6 assists per game in 66 games for the Suns, and they were not good. They won. How many games they won that year? 24. But he was good. He was on that Suns team. That was Devin Booker's rookie year, right? Or his second year? Devin Booker's second year. It was him, D Book, Braden Knight. Okay, this was after. But yeah, before he was in that point guard mix where it was like him, Goran Dragic, Isaiah Thomas, Brandon Knight, that whole debacle of like everybody. They had like 5 point guards on their team eventually at some point, and then they had to trade some of them. Yeah. And he had one of the most infamous, trade requests in NBA history. I don't want to be here. The I don't want to be here moment is a moment that, that's a legendary trade request moment where he just tweeted out, I don't want to be here. And then a week later he got shipped out to Milwaukee. He did the good thing. He got out. He got to Milwaukee. you know? For what? He was traded for Greg Monroe, I want to say. I don't see. Yeah, I mean, having stability at the point guard position is a really key thing. Like even if it's not an elite top tier level, like Eric Bledsoe was an All NBA guard, but at least having a stable point guard that you feel comfortable. Okay, we know he's gonna go out here and give you between 16 and 18 points, give you 5 assists, and play some good defense. Like that's having that amount of comfortability is kind of like, you know, like I feel like that's kind of undervalued a little bit. Just having someone consistent that is going to go out there and do certain things when they're not a superstar, you know? Especially nowadays with the NBA where like everyone wants their point guard to be like everyone wants their point guard to be like a 25 5 and 5 like with the way the NBA is shifted nowadays where it's like if you're a starting point guard on a team, you need to be able to, you know, get 20 25 but also get like 7 8 assists, like you got to be the engine of the offense type of thing that the NBA is kind of shifted in towards. But having at least a stable, I mean, you saw with the Houston Rockets last year. The Rockets didn't have any stability at the point guard position because Fred VanVleet got hurt, and they were trying a lot of different things that didn't really work. And now you look at the last year, and they were like, oh, it's kind of weird. You see it kind of like the Boston Celtics sometimes, where it's like they don't have their real point guard out there, and you get into a kind of state where it's like, all right, what are we doing out here? Like you see with a bunch of teams where it's like they don't have a. If you saw with the Raptors a little bit, where like their offense is so clunky because they don't really have a natural point guard out there, and Emmanuel quickly was hurt, and so they kind of just got to makeshift things, and it just kind of makes you work harder for a lot of things where it's like having a natural point guard that you feel consistently able to go out there and play with. He can run an offense and score and pass and all that stuff. Like I feel like teams are slowly starting to see that we need those again. Like that point. That's one of the things where it's like the point guard that point guard. I kind of miss that in the NBA. Like the point guards that aren't like the freaking like the I'm trying to think of his name, but like the Tyus Jones, the maybe Ricky Rubio, Steve Blake. I remember like those point guards where it's like they're not elite level scorers, but they're really good passers and really good just run the system, run the offense, be smart point guards. It feels like that's getting kind of shifted out a little bit because every team now wants a point guard that's going to be able to get 30, which is good, but there's also sometimes where you need stability out there, and it feels like, especially if you're like a backup point guard, like have like a backup point guard, that's like the definition of that. Just come in, get your 18, 20 minutes and just stable and just keep us afloat until our superstar comes back in the game. Like that kind of art, I feel like has been a little bit like thrown out the window because everybody wants one guard that can do everything and then a bunch of just wings and centers. It's like we're gonna have one guard that's gonna give you 30 and 10, and then we're gonna have three wings that are just only gonna shoot and defend, and then we're gonna have our center that's just gonna rebound, block shots, which is like okay, but hey, some teams you underestimate the value of having someone that can handle the ball and make you comfortable. And a lot of teams see that and they're like, oh shoot, we don't have that. And then they come to it, yeah. So yeah, you said that a lot, Dev, and I believe you. Man, 2027, it's not like there's gonna be 7 superstars, but there's just good players in it. Contributing players, which is like nowadays that's like the holy grail. We get a contributing player to winning on a rookie contract, the CBA with a second apron. That's like that's a godsend to be able to get those type of people. That's a godsend to get some guys like that on your team. You know. So where are we going? 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 Didn't I just? Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, they really do. I feel like that's one of the things where I feel like really teams really need to do that. Like people just begin those stuff just begin thrown out the window, and it's kind of like, hey, bro, like we need some of that. We need some of that on our team, on teams in general. All right, so we're gonna get into it now. I think I can do this because I thought I was gonna do that, but no, I'm not gonna do that. Let's do this. All right. So the last time or the time before we were on stream, we did this Hoopgrids game where they have this new game called lineups where it's like you open a pack and you got to name everybody on that team in that certain year. And I really love the game and I'm kind of addicted and I haven't touched it since because I want to do these on stream because they're very, very fun. And so we're going to do that on stream. So we're going to do a little bit of this today, a little bit of some other things, but I want to do this because this game is so fun to me. I love doing stuff like this where you just name random rosters on teams. Like I love that stuff, and I'm glad there's finally a game that you can actually do that for, and Dev, honestly, I was literally about to say the first team because I promised you last time we did this, I'm going to do the Denver Nuggets, and that's what we're starting with today. I promise you I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do my best to get every single person on that team. All right, so we're going to start right in. If you don't remember, you'll see how it goes. All right, so the 2023, this is the NBA champion Denver Nuggets. You got to name everybody on that roster. And Dev, I'm blocking. I know you know everybody on this roster. I'm blocking the chat so I can't see what you're saying because I don't want to cheat. I want to, do everything on my own. We're going to do this. All right, let's lock in because I really want to do well on this. All right, so obviously Jokic, Jamal. We're just going to get the easy ones out the way. Jamal, MPJ, Aaron Gordon. Why does it not keep typing? Aaron Gordon. Oh, it does. We have KCP. All right, we got the commons. Now we got Bruce Brown's on this team. Christian Brown was on this team. You had Jeff Green. Ish Smith, I know, was on this team. DeAndre Jordan. who's on this roster. Where we at? We're at 10. Did I put? Yeah, Jeff Green. I think Zeke Naji was still here. I'm pretty sure. Zeke Naji. I think Thomas Bryant was on this team. Was Reggie Jackson on this team? He was. Okay. All right. So we got 5 left, and they're all the most random ones. Okay. Ooh, was Marcus Howard here, or was he gone already at this point? Yeah, he was gone already. All right, Marcus Howard isn't here. I don't think Campazzo's here. Um, they traded Will Barton and Monte Morris to get KCP. Who else? Didn't they get KCP and they got somebody else in that trade too, or was it just a 2 for? I feel like didn't they get? It wasn't a 2 for 2 swap. They got No, I think they got Ish Smith. They got Ish Smith. Um. Okay, I'm trying to think. Who were some random? Marcus Howard. Um. Guys like Jalen Pickett, Hunter Tyson, and them. They weren't around yet. They got drafted after this season. Okay, 2 rare, legendary. I'm trying to think. Cause they definitely has some like. Also, didn't they make trade like? They made trades too. Like I think they traded to get Reggie Jackson or bought him out. Who did they trade? Was Austin Rivers? No, Austin Rivers was on this team. No. Austin Rivers was on this team. He was on the team before. He was on the team where Jamal and PJ were hurt. Right? No, he's on the team. Yeah, he's on that team. Because that's the Portland series. He guards Dame in the playoffs and like praise that he missed the shot. Campazzo's on this team. This guy, Chanchar. Bobo's not here. I don't think. No, I don't think Bobo's here. Bobo's in Orlando, I think. Unless he gets traded during the year? No, okay. Because you gotta remember too, trades during everybody that played a game on that team during that season. It's not just the just the final roster. It's anybody. Okay. Random nugget players that were around. Oh, Payne Watson. Okay. That would have been a horrible miss. I didn't get Payne Watson. Okay. Payne Watson. All right. All these guys are my rare legend. So I don't think there's any more rotational people. I think I got the main rotation. Now it's just the end of the bench. Who's filling out the bench for this team? Who's filling out? I feel like there's one more like. Is No, I don't think PJ Dozier. No, he's not around. He was before. He's in the bubble. He's in the bubble. I'm confused. I'm putting all the teams together. I gotta separate. I feel like they traded somebody to get Reggie Jackson, right? Like, there's definitely one person in here that like didn't end the year on the team. There's definitely at least one person, I think, because I think they traded somebody to get Reggie, or like they waived somebody. They signed Reggie Jackson on like a buyout or whatever. I don't think Mason Plumlee's here. I don't think we have any more centers, do we? I mean, we have Jokic, DeAndre. Okay, there might be one more. There could be one more center on the end of the bench. Um, Julian Strother, Jalen Pickett, Hunter Tyson. That's after this. That's that draft. So those 3 are not on this team. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those are 2023. Yeah, because I remember 2023 draft. Yeah, was Strother and then Pickett. Yeah, no. But there's definitely probably another young guy that was like, I don't know if it's supposed to be something's the right word, but there's definitely another young guy on the end of this bench. Like, is Colin Gillespie on this team? No, okay. He probably might have been on the roster. He just didn't play because he didn't come into the NBA hurt on the ACL injury. There's definitely. I want to get at least that rare, because that rare probably is someone. It's not someone super notable, but it's definitely someone that's like, you know, it's somebody. It's somebody. Okay. Did this guy? No, I thought Thomas. I don't know why I know Thomas Welsh for some reason. Who else played for? I'm trying to think of just random dudes that played for the Nuggets. There's definitely another. There's definitely got to be another like. Is Justin Holiday on this team? No, dang. I think he might be on the next year's team. There's definitely got to be another wing, right? There's got to be another just wing, maybe veteran wing that didn't play or something. That's what I get the feeling of. Well, there's definitely another point guard, right? Okay, Jamal, Reggie, Ish. Okay, maybe not, but also again they're third, fourth stringers. Oh man, who could be that unicorn? That unicorn's probably like, man, this is tough. Okay, I'm trying to think. No, no. He's on that team. I'm trying to think of like, there's got to be another wing, like maybe not veteran wing, but definitely another wing that was like kind of known on that bench, right? Yeah, I don't think Campazzo's on this team, right? No, I think he's no, he's not. I'm trying to think of like trying to think of like during watching games, like who's on the end of the bench. No, he just got on the team this year. That's not smart. I want to get at least one more. I want to get. I think I can get at least that last rare, and then after that, I don't know. But I want to get at least that last because that last rare is like he's on the same level as like Zeke Naji, Ish Smith, Chancho. That's like a guy that's probably played a couple years in the league. I don't think he's on the team anymore. I don't think he's probably not still currently on the team because they've had to get rid of so many people. They've had to get rid of so many people just because the second apron. Like, and everybody, the bench in that team is all like young dudes. So like, it's like Pickett, Strother, like Spencer Jones. It's like all young guys. And then the vets are like Timmy, Valanciunas. All those guys just came through. So I don't think it's anybody on the current team still. It's probably people that were like has like come by for a year, or they probably got traded or had to leave because the second apron. I got the most of the like regular rotation. These are all just guys that played once in a while. I swear I felt like there's another vet on this team. Like another guy that's been around that just got there, played for a little bit. There's definitely one more of those. I'm trying to visualize. Like Isaiah Thomas was a Nugget, but I don't think he's not on this year's team. I don't think. Like stop by on a 10-day. Like Russell Westbrook comes later after he's 2 years after this. Um, yeah, like Millsap's gone, long gone. Millsap's retired at this point, I think. Jeremy Grant's not here. At this point, I'm trying to go through every year the like just anybody that was during this era, just like Austin Rivers, like Gary Clark. I thought about he's not on this team. Gary Harris isn't on this team because he gets traded for Aaron Gordon. So does R.J. Hampton. Um, Isaiah Hardenstein, JaVale McGee. That's earlier. But Bull's not here. Um, Mason Plumlee's not here, right? I don't think Mason Plumlee's here. I think he's probably in like Charlotte or something. Oh man, Plumlee, Justin Holiday, like I said earlier, but he's not on this team. Marcus Howard's not on this team. Um, Will Barton, Monte Morris, those guys get traded for KCP. I feel like there's enough like power. I feel like I'm getting a feel. No, no. Nope. I was thinking about Jared Vanderbilt. Jared Vanderbilt was not on this team. He's far gone. Like Wancho, Bo Cruz is not here. Um, I'm just trying to think of anybody during this era that maybe sparked something. Like is Moses Brown? Moses Brown on every team. Moses Brown was on every team. And he was just like, our center's hurt. Go get Moses Brown on a 10-day. I'm pretty sure Moses Brown was a Nugget at some point. At least I can see him in a Nuggets jersey for some reason. Um, hmm. Jared Dudley was an assistant on this team. I almost wrote Jared Dudley. I was like, nope, he's an assistant. He's not a player on this team. I keep thinking about like Gary Harris, Gary Clark. Like Gary Clark is not on this team. Gary Clark, I think, is out of the NBA at this point. I don't know why I keep thinking about him. I was just thinking of like random people in Nuggets jerseys. I don't know, Dev, you're probably screaming at me in the chat, like, bro, what the hell? Like, how do you not remember this guy? Like, Brandon, because I don't think Brandon Goodwin's on this team. No, I think he's earlier. Because he was a Cav, and then he was a Cav the year before, and then he didn't get another shot in the NBA, I don't think. I'm trying to think of Nuggets jerseys and just random people wearing those Nuggets jerseys. Uh, I'm getting one more. I gotta get at least one more. I'm not ending until I get at least one more. That last rare. Because that silver, that's somebody. That's somebody that we know. Why do I feel? I could be. I get a feeling this is like there's like a good college player, like a guy that was really good in college and got to the league and didn't work out, but he was on the like. Why do I get that feeling for some reason? I don't know why, but I get a feeling there's a guy like a college legend or something here, and maybe I'm still thinking about Marcus Howard, but I feel like there's a guy on this roster that's like a good college player that got picked in like the second round and didn't really play a lot for Denver. But he was on this roster, and I could be so wrong, but for some reason I get a feeling that I'm missing someone like that. That was like college guy, really good, and then got to the league and just didn't really work out. But he was here, you know, and got an NBA championship. I'm also trying to think of any trades that happened, any moves, because I think they definitely made. Because Reggie Jackson, I don't think was on this team the whole year. I don't think so, at least. I think he gets dealt here somewhere through that. I'm just trying to think like who would have he got traded for, because I think he was in Philly or Charlotte or something, like a random or the Clippers. Did he get like bought out from the Clippers? I think, and then went here. I don't know. Man, this is so infuriating that I can't think of anybody else on this. This is a champ. This is the team that won a championship. How do you not know everybody on this team? Like Jamichael Green. No, Jamichael Green is not here. They trade him for Payne. That's how they get Payne Watson. They trade Jamichael Green. Man, this is so tough. I also gotta think of drafts because I feel like always there's always one guy on here that I forget got drafted there. I'm trying to think of drafts too. I know Christian Brown's the rookie. Payne Watson's in like his second year or something. There's probably another like second round pick or something that's here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, bro. I don't think I'll be able to do it. Never. I'm gonna say that in a minute. Let me do that in a minute. Oh man, man. I feel so bad. Three. Like if I miss one, the unicorn, it's okay. It's like I even thought about the unicorn. The unicorn that could be literally anybody. It's gonna be someone that played 4 games in the NBA. But like the rare, I feel like I should get the rare. Like rare is like if you know ball, you know. But apparently I don't know ball. Apparently I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other teams too around this era. Try to like spark something. Like trying to think of other role players, other random guys around the league that maybe could spark like, oh shoot, yeah. You know. Keep thinking Cody Zeller. Cody Zeller played for the Heat. Cause I'm thinking about the finals. Cody Zeller played for the Heat against them. And Cody Zeller never played for the Nuggets. I don't know why I'm thinking about him. Like Tyler Cook. I think he's earlier than that. Oh man. I feel like there's like a C. Is there like a C name or something? Like Cook. Like maybe I'm thinking about Chanchar. Shaq Harrison? Oh my god. I knew Shaq Harrison played for the Nuggets at one point. Oh god, I thought that was right. Yeah, I thought Shaq Harrison was gonna be right. Like Devon Reed? I don't know where that came from, but I don't know why Shaq Harrison and I get thinking of Devon Reed. But he's still not the. Who's the rare then? Like if that's Devon Reed, there's the rare is so much easier than that. It's got to be, and I'm just not thinking about him. I don't know where I pulled Devon Reed out, bro. I had to go in the deep depths of my mind to pull Devon Reed, which means there's no way I'm pulling the unicorn, and it also means I can definitely get this rare because if Devon Reed is the freaking legendary, the rare is someone so much easier than that. Oh wait, hold on. I just had a thought. I just had a thought in my head, and he's gone. Oh, I just had a thought about somebody in my head. It flashed and then it's gone. I feel like it's probably like a wing that's like a more defensive minded wing. Oh, I just got the flash of like somebody, like a archetype of someone, and then it just disappeared out of my brain. Oh, who was that? Because honestly, I don't know why I kind of try to think of like archetypes that teams have. I feel like there's a dude that was sitting on the end of the bench that's like I feel like this legend rare is like a wing that's been around for a couple years. That's more of like a defensive minded wing that only got thrown in sometimes. Like I don't know why I feel that way, but I think there's somebody like that on this team. Who would that be? Like Corey Brewer, but not Corey Brewer. Corey Brewer is a coach at this point. Like it's like is that archetype of player? I feel like right. Like I feel like I got a flash of somebody like that in my head. I'm trying to go down that line. Who are like James Ennis, but he never played for the Nuggets and he was not playing in 2023. I don't think at least. Like Daniel House. Like somebody of that nature, like just random energy wing that would play like 12 minutes. I feel like there's somebody like that on this team, but that might not be it. But I just get a feeling it's Tim Frazier. I know he played everywhere, so I just was like, you know, I'm not. I gotta get that rare now. Now that I got Devon Reed, I gotta get that rare because I definitely can get that. I definitely can get that. Like the Daniel House, James Ennis, Mo Harkless, like that arc, like that mold. There's got to be someone because they don't really have. I guess Payne Watson, but they don't really have one of those. I feel like every team has one of those. It's just like a random dude, random 6'6" wing, just come in and run around for 5 minutes and go to the bench. Oh man, I feel like it's like not that far away. It's not that I don't. I feel like it's not that far away. Is it like James Ennis? I don't know why his head, his name, he's probably mad, even though he's probably not in the NBA at this point. Yeah, no. But it's somebody, I feel like there's somebody of that archetype on this team. Um, oh man, I can get that. I can get that. I can get it. I can get it. Get that rare, bro. Promise I can get that rare. Promise I can get that rare. I can get that rare. Promise I can get that. I can get that. I don't think did Troy Brown Jr. play for the Nuggets. I don't know why I see him in a Nuggets jersey. I don't think he ever played for the Nuggets, but I see him as a Nugget. Like he looks like a Nugget type player. I don't know why. I just see that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, bro. I've been sitting for 25 minutes. I believe we're sitting for 25 minutes trying to figure out who these last two people are. I can't do it, bro. I can't. But I feel like it's if I got Devon Reed, I can get like I'm just too like, bro. I'm so mad at myself right now because I could just see it right now. As soon as I click the score in my pack and I see that last rare, I'm going to lose my mind. I just know, I just know it. I just know it. I can see it right now. I'm gonna be so pissed at myself because I can feel I can feel the archetype of who this player is. I just can't like get there. Fireworks going on outside. It's been happening for the last hour. So if you hear that, that's what that is. Because August 1st, got to be firework day, right? Um, it's not like trying to go through like different rosters and stuff and try to think of like Was there anybody on those teams that also went to another team at some point down the line? All right. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna have to type random people, and just hope that that works. Go through rosters and just thinking, thinking about players on those rosters and just hoping that's makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna go through every team one time in my head, and if I don't get anything, I'm just gonna have to call it quits, unfortunately. Like, yeah, no, he wasn't around at that point. I think I already put Mason Plumlee, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, just make sure. Just making sure. Just making sure. Don't want to miss out on anything. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. I gotta give up. I feel so bad. Oh God. Who is this last player gonna be, bro? Oh God. Okay, who is it gonna be? Oh my God, I forgot. I didn't want to end stream because of that, bro. Are you kidding me? Bones? How in the world do you forget Like, literally, I literally said, because doesn't he get traded for Reggie Jackson or something like that? He gets to the Clippers. I went through every team too, and for some reason I got to Minnesota and I just was like, yeah, whatever. Bro, how did I forget? But like, and another pick, another draft. I always forget draft. I always forget draft picks and young players during this segment. It was a draft. It was a young player. I said, didn't they get Reggie Jackson on this team? They traded Bones Highland to get him. Active player. Like, I literally, that's like three wrongs. Like, how in the world do I forget Bones Highland, dude? That's like disgusting. Like, I didn't want to end stream after that. I didn't want to end stream. I really don't even want to be on stream right now. Because that's embarrassing. That's just so embarrassing to me. Like, that's insane, bro. Literally. Drafting and trading. That's how you have to think about this. And for some reason, I thought about that and I still didn't get to Bones Island. Jack White, whatever. Okay, cool. Like that's insane. Like, how do I think of Devon Reed, who probably played 7 games that year, and didn't think about freaking Bones Highland? Literally a core member of that young got traded for. That's so bad, dude. That's so bad. That's so bad. I'm so like pissed off at myself. That's just so bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. Okay. Lock back in. We gotta lock back in. We gotta lock back in. But I'm so pissed at myself. I gotta lock back in. Phone's freaking high, dude. All right, we gotta do our next one. Let's try to get better than that. The 2024 Celtics, championship Celtics. All right, championship Celtics. All right, lock back in. All right, championship Celtics. Oh, and they want him. That's what we got. Yeah, I don't know how I remember Devon Reed. It just was like a brain blast moment. All right, 24 Celtics. Okay, how many? 19 players. Okay, so you have Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Porzingis, Al Horford. We got Sam Hauser. We got Luke Cornett on this team. We got Payne Pritchard. Torrey Craig got to this team at one point. No? Xavier Tillman was on this team? Yeah, okay. Torrey Craig didn't get to this. I think he came the next year, the year before. I don't know. All right, Xavier Tillman. I think Jordan Walsh is still on this team, or this like his rookie year. Okay. Baylor Sharman's not on this team. Okay. I think is Nemus on this team? Nemus Keita? He is, okay. Nemus Keita. Is JD Davison on this team? He is, okay. Alright. Okay. I gotta lock in. I'm still thinking about the last one. I gotta just not do that. Lock in. Okay. Like, I don't think Baylor Sharman gets drafted in 2025. No, 2024. He gets drafted after the championship because he played 2 years in the league. So he's not on that team. Okay. Nick No, okay. I was thinking Nick Stauskas in them, but that's 2022, the year they lost the finals. They had like Nick Stauskas, Juwan Morgan, because that's the Malcolm Brogdon trade. Okay. But they trade Malcolm Brogdon for Porzingis after. Okay. One more uncommon. So there's one more like rotational player that I'm still not thinking about right now. Grant Williams is on this team. Grant Williams is not on this team. Okay. Okay. Let me lock in and think. I don't know why I can. Why can't I not think of? Am I still? My mind's still messed up. I gotta think. Okay. For some reason, I can't think about who is on this roster. Okay. I'm thinking too much about the current team in my head. Robert Williams is not. No, because they trade him to get Drew Holiday. I gotta think about the trades. They trade Drew Holiday. They trade for Drew Holiday. They trade for Porzingis. They trade Marcus Smart. They trade Robert Williams to get them. They traded for Xavier Tillman. Who did they trade to get Xavier Tillman? Who did they trade? Did they trade just like a second round pick? But they had to let somebody go. They had to let somebody go to get Caleb, to get Xavier Tillman. There also probably was another two-way or two sitting on the, like, no, like Malcolm Hill. No, there's somebody like that probably. Just like a random. Luca Garza's not on that team yet. There's probably another like white center just sitting at the end of the bench for this team. Like, didn't Daniel Tice come back at one point? Well, probably not at that point. Um. Okay. No way I'm losing it this fast. Okay, wait. Hold on. I think my brain. I'm still mad at myself. All right. No way I'm losing it that fast. I'm getting all these war. I just gotta lock back. I just gotta slowly lock back in and think, because I'm getting no way I'm ending with an uncommon three. Like, I'm not ending. I got 6 players left to go. There's no way I'm not getting those 6. Okay. Just gotta get my mind to the place where I know, like, okay. I just gotta wait until my brain crosses over and finally gets back into the mix. I'm trying to think of who were dudes that were just out there chucking threes for this team. Who were dudes that were out there just chucking threes? Who was out there chucking threes? Like, Evan Fournier is earlier. He's not on this team. O'Shea Brissett is on this team. I don't know why, but I remember him being on this team. Okay. Oh, here's the last uncommon. Okay, so we got 3 rare, legendary, and then the unicorn. I know, like Taco Fall, Tremont Waters, Carson Edwards. That's the era, right? That's a couple years before this. But think about rookies. Think about young players that got drafted by the Celtics. Jordan Walsh is one of them. Who were some other people drafted by the Celtics during this time? Like Grant Williams, but he gets traded. He's not on this roster. He gets traded during this summer. He goes to the Mavericks. He's on the Mavericks, and then he's traded to the Hornets at the deadline. Robert Williams isn't on this team anymore. He gets traded for Drew Holiday. Marcus Smart's not on this team anymore. He gets traded for Porzingis. And so does Malcolm Brogdon. Both those guys get traded. So was Svi Mikhailuk on this team? He was, okay. I think that's how they got Xavier Tillman. Right? Because I think, yes, Svi ends up going to the Hornets, I want to say. They trade for Tim, or no, he goes to the, I don't know, something. But yeah, Svi's on this team. Okay. Now we're starting to get it. Okay. Who are dudes out there just chucking up threes for this team? And think of draft picks. Think of second round picks, draft picks. Like Donald Bann isn't on this team. Oh, he is on this team. He's on this team. Okay. He is here. My guy. All right. Now we got 3 left. There we go. Just got to slowly think through things. We got this. I feel like there's another, like, I feel like there's another overseas player on this team sitting there. I could be wrong, but I feel like it. I feel like there's another, like, overseas, like, center or something maybe around here. But also, I could be wrong. Keep thinking about like Hugo, and then Hugo just got drafted. He wasn't on this team. But also, I was trying to think of draft picks and stuff. bro. There's chaos going on outside, bro. I don't want. I live on the street. Just, like there's fireworks, motorcycles, and birds outside, and an ambulance. Like I don't know what's going on out there, bro. People are crazy. Um. Um. Okay. All right. Okay. Like I'm gonna write Evan Fournier, even though he's not on this team, but I'm just gonna write him just to get consciously, you know, get that, cross it off my list in my brain. All right, there's three more people, three more people, three more people, three more people, three more people. Gotta get, at least gotta get that rare. If I end on a unicorn, I end on a unicorn, but I gotta at least get that rare, because that rare is somebody that's known. Like, you know who that player is, type of thing. There's definitely probably someone that was on like a 10-day that was just got thrown in here at one point. Like I know Taco and Tremont Waters aren't here around. Like I'm thinking about the era a couple years earlier. I'm also thinking about the team that lost in the finals. But I think about the moves they made to get, like Romeo Langford gets traded for Derek White. I know everything around this team. For some reason, I can't get the final people on this team. I get a feeling there's like what positions do we not have a lot of? I feel like there's another center. I definitely get a feeling there's another center, like Moses Brown or something. Like when in doubt, just type Moses Brown. Moses Brown might be here. Moses Brown was just a dude that just got picked up because teams needed centers. They're just like, hey, Moses, get him over here. But I feel like there's definitely another center somewhere on the end of this bench. There's definitely another or a non-American, which could be the center. I get a feeling there's another one of those. 2024 too, so these guys are probably still around the NBA somewhere. Maybe one of them went back overseas, but I feel like there's probably still around the NBA. So I got to go through rosters, think about people that play for the Celtics, like Jaden Springer. Jaden Springer. All right, two more people, two more people, two more people, two more people. Really? Is it really not Torrey Craig? Torrey Craig didn't come into this team. He probably got. I think he's on the next year's team because I know Torrey Craig was on the Bulls. He got bought out, but I think that was the year after this. He ends up getting bought out and going to the Celtics to play like small ball five for them. Um. Okay. All right. Going through teams, thinking about people that are on those teams, thinking about who possibly could have got flipped or something. No, no, he haven't played for the Celtics. Right? No. I can see. I was thinking about Georges Niang. I can see him in a Celtics jersey, but I think he's from Boston. I think Georges Niang is from Boston or from Mass. He's not. He didn't play for the Celtics though, but I think he's from Mass or something like that. Like, am I thinking about Bruno Fernando? No, I think he's on the team that lost the finals. Like, for some reason, I confuse those teams so much. I feel like there's like a Hawk. I feel like there's like Atlanta Hawk that got sent over. I feel like they didn't move, but I also think I'm thinking about Bruno Fernando or something like that, and I'm thinking about the 2022, because Bruno Fernando was a Celtic at one point. I think he was earlier though. Oh, yeah, I'm tired. We've been here for an hour, and I've been thinking so much that my you know, brain's not great right now. But I'm gonna try to get at least that last rare. If I don't get the unicorn, I don't get the unicorn. Cool. Let me get that last rare at least. Same situation as last time where it's like it's gonna be someone that I know, it's gonna be somebody that I'm gonna be so mad about. Is there somebody on that team? Is it like someone on the Kings or something? No, his name is Kato. He wants to sell skis. I think there's a Nick that one over there, right? I don't think so. Yeah, Wendy Gabriel's also another name. I feel like Wendy Gabriel around this time you can just type him and he probably played there. Okay. Nope, not on that team. No, 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 no. I was supposed to say Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher was on this year's team. He was on this year's Celtics team. For some reason, I thought Raptors Celtics, and I'm like, huh, Chris Boucher. But he was on this year's Celtics team and got traded. It's not like I don't know why I see Justin Holiday in a Celtic, but I don't think Justin Holiday played for the Celtics. Um, didn't like Ish Wayne like is it's not Ish Wayne. Right? Isn't there another? There's another wing. There's another wing on the end of the bench of this team that's like randomly was just like around for no reason. Like guy played 5 years in the league, probably. Man, I just went through every team in my head. I can't think. I feel like there's somebody on like the Knicks. Like there's somebody. There's like a wing, like a small forward that was like not good, but he was just around for like 4 or 5 years, and he ended up on the Celtics on this team for whatever reason. Like it's not Ish Wainwright, but it's like somebody just like a reserve wing that was like a two-way or something. Um, I don't know. The rare, like that rare. That's gonna be another situation. Okay, think about draft. Think about drafts. Think about drafts. Think about during this time who is getting picked. Because it's definitely probably one. It definitely can be another. I feel like every time I lose, there's always one of those guys where he was a first round pick or something that just that evades me. So this year they draft Jordan Walsh in the second round. He's a rookie. Who is their first round pick this year? Did they have a first round pick this year? Because they definitely probably traded it. But there might like the only rookie on this team is like Jordan Walsh is the second. He's like the 38th pick. But the thing also about this is I definitely could have traded that pick to get Drew Holiday or no, if they would have traded to get Drew Holiday, we would have known who the player is because the Drew Holiday trade happened after the draft. Porzingis trade happened right before the draft. But did they trade that pick in that trade? They traded Marcus Smart. They traded Malcolm Brogdon because it was a three-teamer. Did they get anything else besides Porzingis in that deal? I think they got Xavier Tillman at the trade deadline, and I think Xavier Tillman was a Grizzly at that point. So did anybody? Did they? No, I don't think they got Xavier Tillman. I think did they trade anybody to get Xavier Tillman? They might have just traded like a second round pick or like cash to get Xavier Tillman. They might not have traded an actual player to get him, but they also could have traded. Which I think is there any random dude that ended up on the Grizzlies that I can remember that also played for the Celtics? I can't think of anybody. I can't think of anybody. So I think there's a world where they didn't trade somebody to Tillman. They traded a second round pick. So it's got to be either a rookie that they drafted or it's a random free agent that got traded halfway through the season or something. This is the 2023 draft. 2023 draft, I know that draft well. Like it's not Baylor Shireman. He gets drafted after this. Did they have a first round pick in 2023? I don't think so. And if they did, they probably traded it in the Porzingis deal. And he's probably not on the team anymore because right now their young guys are Walsh, Shireman, Hugo. Like it's those guys. They don't have anybody else, I don't think. Like then it's like JT, Derek White, Kada, Hauser, Pritchard. It's them. So I don't think they had a first round. They had another first round pick in 2023, or it's something like 2022, the year before. Do they have anybody? I think because Payne Pritchard's 2020, I think, or 2021. I think Shireman is 2024. Are there any other first round picks they had? Like Neesmith was like 2020, I think he gets traded. Grant Williams is 2019, I think, or 2020 or 2021. He gets traded. Is there any other first round pick the Celtics had that's like, oh, here's the guy, like 27th overall? I can't think of anybody, but there definitely could be somebody that I'm just not thinking about. It had to be probably between the 2022, 2023. 2023, I know that draft well. That's Wemby. That's the Wemby draft. I know those late first round picks are like Bryce Sensabaugh is in there. So it's like Jaime, Jalen Hood-Schifino. It's like the 16, 17, 18 range. I don't think there's anybody. I don't think they had. I don't think they had a first round pick. That's like what Keyshawn George. I think it might be in the draft. Like he's the year after. No, I think he's the year after because this was year 2. Or it might have been 2023. I don't remember. Sometimes they blur together. But I don't remember. The only thing I remember the Celtics is 2024. They drafted Baylor Shireman last in the first round. This year they drafted Hugo Gonzalez in the first round, or last year they did. And then before that, it's Pritchard, Grant Williams, Aaron Neesmith. That's like 2019, 2020, 2021. Or 2019, 2020. Because I think 2020 they had 2. Or one of those years they had 2. You had Pritchard and Neesmith. So it's got to be someone between 2021 and 2023. If it is a first round pick or a draft pick, it's got to be someone in that range. And for the life of me, I cannot think of who that is. So I might have to go another time where I'm going to have to quit. And then I'm going to see someone so notable and I'm going to be so mad at myself. And we're going to do this all over again. Which sucks that I'm like 2 players away. And it's going to be some obvious name that I know. Roger Thomas. I don't know why his name. He was a Cavalier at one point. I know he played for the Celtics. He was wearing like number 97 or something. His name popped in my head for a second. Yeah, I might have to give up, bro. I literally went through every team in my head, and I didn't recognize anybody that could have been. I feel like there's if it is somebody, it's somebody on like the Hawks or like the King, someone in that like that nature. Because I feel like those guys made moves together. Like it's not George Niang. He was never a Celtic. I can like envision. Like for some reason I can see him in a Celtic jersey, but I know he was never a Celtic. No, that was a couple years before that. Like no, that was like Delon. Delon Wright never played for the Celtics. It could be a player like that though. It could be like some like random vet journeyman type of dude that got like signed there off the buyout market just to try to get a ring, and it worked. It definitely could be something like that, but I can't think about. I can't envision. I don't know why his name popped in my head. I just do it out there. All right, I'm getting so tired. I think I gotta. And I think I gotta. I think I might have to call it. I think I might have to call it. And I'm so mad at myself again. It's not Jeff. Jeff Teague is not. Jeff Teague is a couple years before. Jeff Teague's a couple years before. It's a rare, so it's somebody that's like notable. It's not like an unknown guy, but it's not. It's like someone that's like if you know basketball, you know who this is. He's been around for like 5 years probably. Like he's played in the NBA for a couple years. He's not just like a random one guy showed up, played 10 games, gone. It's like somebody that people know. And I can't think of anybody that was on that roster that fits that right now. Even though there is somebody else that does fit that. And I'm so mad at myself for not being able to get it. I'm literally trying to go through like everything I can think of. Trying to think about who. It's literally hurting my brain. Trying to like dig through my mind. I'm literally trying to dig through my mind right now about what the hell, who this could be. Because random dudes just show up on the Celtics all the time. Like it happens so like literally random dudes just show up on the Celtics. Like Celtics are one of those teams that you just show up on, and it's like, oh, okay, he's a Celtic now. You know, like veterans that are like 36 that just want a chance or at a championship. It's like it's not Josh Richardson. Josh Richardson gets traded for Derek White. It's not him. Shout out to him. He just retired. But it might be someone in that mold where it's like guy that played 9 years in the league, got to the Celtics, was able to get a ring. Tristan Thompson was a Celtic. He's not. I think at this point he's in Cleveland again. Blake Griffin is not here. Like Justin Jackson, he's on the team that lost, I think. Malcolm Brogdon gets traded for okay. The ambulance finally left from next door. Blake Griffin, Gordon Hayward is gone at this point. Daniel Tyson not here. Enos like it didn't. It's not like Enos Freedom came back. Um, like A.B. Bradley's gone. Kelly Olynyk's gone. Jay Crowder's gone. Like all those guys never came back. Evan Fournier's not here. Kemba's not here. And those guys would be a lot more than rare. Isaiah Thomas didn't come back to the Celtics. Um, yeah, my brain's literally hurting. I gotta call it. I'm sorry. I gotta call it. I gotta call it. All right. Who is this gonna be? Oh, that okay. Lamar Stevens. That's not as bad, but it definitely hurts because it's a Cavalier. I freaking love Lamar Stevens. You know what? He gets traded for Xavier Tillman. He gets traded because he went to the Grizzlies. He gets traded for Xavier Tillman. Or get bought out for Xavier Tillman. Oh, I was right on the dot again. And I just didn't. Dang, that hurts because it's a clean. I love. He got to start. He had a game winner for us. I freaking love Lamar Stevens. Drew Peterson, whatever, dude. I don't care. Junkyard Dog, bro. Lamar. Right. Phase Jade Barnes. That sucks. Yeah, no, yeah, that's right. That was a big thing. That's why I think like Nick Stauskas, Juwan Morgan, I think all those guys were like they literally sent Aaron Nesmith and the entire bench. The entire 10 through 15. Go get Malcolm Brogdon. Lamar. Okay, that's not honestly. I thought it was gonna be a lot more of a common person than Lamar Stevens, but as a Cavs fan, that hurts. Like if I was a regular NBA fan, it wasn't a Cavs fan, I would have been like, oh, okay, Lamar Stevens, whatever. But because I'm a Cavs fan, I really like Lamar Stevens and what he did for us. That kind of makes me sad that I didn't think about Lamar. And he was literally traded. I think he was traded for Xavier Tillman because he ends up on the Grizzlies at one point. So that's that's that. That's what that is. We'll do like one or two more. We'll do like one more. Let's do one more. What would be a good one? Okay, today's one. Let's do today's one. And then we're gonna switch probably to something else. To like a regular hoop grid or something. I don't know. Alright. Today's one is name the 2019 76ers. This is the 76ers team that got beat by the Kawhi Leonard game winner in game 7 of the second round. Right? Yeah, this is that team. This is the Sixers team that got beat, that got Kawhi. The Kawhi shot hit on them. So, yeah, I think there's going to be 26 cards because they made a lot of deals during this season. So there's going to be a lot of names being pulled. All right. So let's get with the starting five. We go Joel. We go Ben. I almost put Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey's like in high school during this. Ben. JJ. Tobias. Jimmy. Okay. We go, I think TJ McConnell's still on this team. I think James Ennis is on this team. I think, right? James Ennis, I think, is on this team. Yeah. Is Jonathan Simmons on this team? That's who they traded Markelle Fultz for. That's not the guy I wanted. He is on this team. Okay. I don't know why that's. I think Greg Monroe's on this team. Okay, we're going deep pulls. All right, Quark Maz. Okay. I don't know why we're going to that deep pulls. I think Shake Milton on this team. All right, Shake. Who else played for the Sixers during this time? No, nope, they're not. Okay, and then you think about the Jimmy trade, which happens is Robert Covington, Dario Saric. I think Justin Patton. He's a part of this deal. Either he comes to Philly or he gets traded to Philly. No, he gets traded to Philly because he was a Timberwolves first round pick. And then I think they trade Covington, they trade Sarge. I think they trade one more guy to Minnesota. Is Zaire Smith on this team? Okay, Zaire Smith, because he's 2018 draft. Okay, Zaire Smith. And then the Tobias trade, you had Boban, you had Mike Scott. I think, is Wilson Chandler on this team? Wilson Chandler gets thrown in this deal. Shamit is in this deal. Okay. There's one more who's his last comment? There's one more like notable guy. Markelle. Okay, I was about to say, who's the last comment? It's Markelle. I literally said Jonathan Simmons before I said Markelle. I thought the trade happened. Yeah, the trade happens this year because Markelle 2017 gets drafted. 2018 he doesn't really play 2018. Okay, so it happens during this year. Okay, we got 6 more people. They're all rare to legendary to okay. All right, let's go for something crazy. Okay, Ryan Bro. Okay, Jonah Bolden. That's not what I wanted. I wanted Jonah Bolden. Norvell Pell? I thought Norvell Pelle was on this team. Okay. I think Alec Burks, I think that's next year. Alec Burks, Glenn Robinson, they make that trade. That's next. Okay. There might be another player. Oh, no, I put Boban already, right? Yeah, okay. I put Boban. Okay. I'm trying to think. There might be a little bit more remnants of the Jimmy and the Tobias trades still around, like one or two more people sitting around. Like, is there anybody else that either Philly got? I think Daniel House is still in. Okay. I got the majority. Now I just gotta get the little pieces. Gotta get the little pieces around. Like I don't think Amir Johnson's here anymore. Oh, he is still here. Okay, I thought he was retired, but he still stayed around. Um. Okay. Okay. Random. I feel like I'm not bad with random 76ers for some reason. Like random 76ers players, I just kind of I think about and I know them. Okay. Now I've got to think of who are some other random dudes that were sitting around in Philadelphia during this time. It's 2019, so I got to think a little bit back, but also trying to think of like random vets that were around that maybe ended up there. Random dudes in Sixers jerseys. Um, excuse me. Random dudes in Sixers jerseys. Like Dwight. No, Dwight at this point, Dwight's in Washington. I think this year. He's playing like 5 games and he messes up his back. DeAndre Jordan is in Brooklyn. No, DeAndre Jordan's in, I think he's a Maverick or a Clipper. No, he's a Maverick. DeAndre Jordan doesn't come until a couple years later. Drummond is a Cavalier. No, Drummond's still a Piston. Drummond's still a Piston. So all those random backups, Eric Gordon's in Houston still, Daniel House in Houston still. So yeah, okay, that's separate moves. Okay, there might be. I still feel like there's one more guy that the Sixers traded in the Jimmy deal. They traded Covington, they traded Saric, and I think there might have been one more guy that was like a random that ended up in Minnesota. I'm trying to think of Minnesota during this time as Pat, Wiggs, right before they get Anthony Edwards. Probably like Taj Gibson is still there, and like Derrick Rose is there. That's when the whole Jimmy, they took the you know, Jimmy in the reserves. Who would have been somebody that got thrown in to Minnesota, went to Minnesota? Because I think there was I think it was 3 people. For some reason, I get the feeling it was 3 people. Like I don't think it was anybody. It wasn't anybody I already put because I don't remember any of these guys playing for the Timberwolves. So who would that be? I was positive. Who did they play in the playoffs this year? They lose to Toronto. I think they beat Brooklyn. They beat Brooklyn in the first round. Because this is they Brooklyn's first year in the playoffs. It's D'Lo. That's the fun Brooklyn Nets year. D'Lo All Star year. I think they sweep them or beat them in 5, and then they go against Toronto and they lose on the Kawhi shot. So I'm trying to envision that series, who was on the court, and all that stuff during this series. Um, Again, going through teams, trying to figure, trying to this all the Clippers make the playoffs this year. Yeah, this year the Clippers. This is the year the Clippers beat they lose to the Warriors, but they had that game. They came back from down 30. This is that year. This is Shea's rookie year. That Clippers team right before they get Kawhi and Paul George. This is that team that shocks everybody and sneaks into the playoffs with Tobias. No, not Tobias. With Gallo, Montrez, Lou Will, Shea. That team, and they trade for Tobias. They give up Wilson Chandler. I think they give up Mike Scott, or do they get Mike Scott? He's involved. I think he's involved in the deal somehow. No, they get Tobias, they get Boban. I think they trade Wilson Chandler. They trade Shamit. I think they might. I don't remember if they traded Mike Scott or they got Mike Scott in this trade. Okay. Who else would have been around in 2019 for the Sixers? I keep thinking about like Alec Burks, but that's the year after. Alec Burks gets there in 2020 or 2021. Josh Richardson gets there after because that's the Jimmy trade. Jimmy goes to Miami. Al Horford comes the year after. I keep thinking about the year after and the year before. Got to be that year. Who is that year? That's what we need. Who is that year of the team? Okay, we got four people. Four people. I gotta get at least one or two more of these guys. There's four people left. If I sit here for another couple minutes, I'm gonna get them eventually. I'm gonna get there eventually. Eventually, it's gonna come to me. This is the draft where they trade for Zaire Smith. This is 2018 draft, so that's the Luka draft. They trade for Zaire Smith. Do they have another? No, they drafted Shimmy and then they traded him to the Clippers for Tobias. I don't know, is Rashawn Holmes on this team? No, he's probably in Phoenix at this point. Christian Wood, I thought Christian Wood's in like he's like in Detroit at this point, probably. Um, yeah, I know. Just for my sake, I think DeMar wasn't DeMar was a Sixer at one point, or am I thinking of something completely different? I could be thinking of something completely different. I feel like I don't know why I thought Marcus was a Sixer at one point. Okay. Um, Mario Shayako. I thought that was a pull. Demetrius Jackson. Oh, oh, they're gonna think I cheated. They're gonna think I cheated. I don't know where that came from, but I've just okay. Jacob. Okay, I remember. I know why Demetrius Jackson though. Oh boy, they're gonna think I cheated with that one. Okay, how do we get the unicorn? I thought we're gonna miss three people that like played major roles on that team. Okay. Um. Okay. 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 Who are the backup bigs? I guess the backup big is like Boban and like Greg Monroe. I think Amir Johnson at this point wasn't playing. They definitely got somebody out of the bottom. Like Ursani Ilyasova. I think this year before they got Ursan Bellinelli at the buyout market. Just gotta make sure. At this point, we're just going. At this point, I mean, I got Demetrius Jackson. That means like I probably am able to get these three. This might be a dumb one, but Gary Clark, I don't know. Is he a Sixer? I don't know. All right, they're going crazy out there. Damn. Scoopable to the Dodgers. Oh my god. Sorry, huge baseball trade just happened. The biggest trade in baseball just happened. I'm not even. Wait, did it happen? I'm not seeing it on my freaking thing though. Did it happen? Okay, they are finalizing a trade for Scoopable. Damn, they actually did it. I'm not even mad at them for doing that too. I mean, he was available for anybody. Everyone said we knew they knew he was getting traded. Everybody could have had him. Anybody could have had him. Anybody could have traded for him. That's not the Dodgers' fault. That's everybody else's fault for not trading for him. If you wanted him to go bad, you should have traded for him. That's them. Man, he's actually a Dodger though. All right, back in, lock in again, lock in. I was just on a smooth groove. I was just on a groove. Damn. Okay, I was just on a groove, and now I'm kind of slowing down again. It's waves and flows. It's ebbs and flows, or whatever they say when it comes to this. Rajon Tucker. I'm this point. I'm just shooting from the hip at this point. Shooting from the hip. Shooting from the hip at this point. Man, okay. Promise I'm not cheating. I'm just looking at this crazy trade that happened in baseball. Seth Curry. It's not this team, is he? Seth Curry, no. He gets traded. He gets traded for Josh Richardson. That's 2 years from now. Seth Curry's on this team. Dang, I'm burning out fast, bro. Oh, I'm burning out so fast. Like, no. I was about to say something's really stupid. Nope. He did not play on that team. Um, George Niang. No, George Niang's in here, right? George Niang's probably still in, like, Utah at this point. There's definitely probably another shooter, though. There's definitely probably, like, another white guy. white guy shooter or something like that. Is Mike Muscala on this team? Let's go, Mike freaking Scala. I think he's probably also in that Clippers trade, right? Or how did he? No, I don't know. I think he probably gets traded to the Clippers, right? Or no, I think he starts the year there because he ends up on the Lakers or some point too. He gets traded for like Zubat. I don't. Okay, whatever. But okay, Mike freaking Muscala. Let's go. I knew there was another. It had to be another center. I thought white guy shooter, and Mike Muscala, literally the white boy shooting center. I knew there was another one out there on this team. Okay, two more people. It's like I don't think Wesley Wundu. I think it's probably someone in that mold though. It's not Wesley Wundu, but it's somebody. It's like a high energy third string wing that just go out there and run around for 5 minutes type of dude. It's Corey Brewer. Corey Brewer is on this team, is he? Corey freaking Brewer. Let's. I know he was a Sixer. I don't. Wait, he was in 2019. He was on. I thought he was. That was like. Oh, I guess so. I knew he was a Sixer at one point near the end. I didn't know it was this year. I thought this was like. I thought that was like 2017 or something. Okay, one more. One more. One more. Got one more. One more. One more guy. Legendary. So he's on Matt. So he's probably like, you know, was it 80 to 90? 90, he's probably 92, 93 points. So that means he's in between Patton. So that means he's probably like a kind of known-ish. Like he might be either like a veteran that's like at the end of his career that just randomly showed up, or he's just like a not really known dude. Like someone that played like 2 years in the league and that's kind of it. Whereas the Sixers had a lot of those guys, so this could be possible. This is possible. Sixers had a lot of dudes at this point that were just like randoms that they just kind of gave opportunities. I don't know if I'm gonna get him, but I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna try my freaking hardest. I'm gonna try my freaking hardest. Okay, sorry, just sat there not talking for like 2 minutes. Okay, who's this last legend? Who's this last person, bro? Who's this last person? Who's this last person, bro? I'm so hyped I can get this. Like it's not Nick Stauskas. I'm just trying to think of it. Anybody that was a Sixer at any point during this time. Already put Rashawn Holmes. Um, ooh, hard to think about. Really hard to think about. I mean, I got Demetrius Jackson. I think I can get this guy. Demetrius Jackson literally was like out of nowhere. That means I definitely can get this person, whoever it is. I feel like it's not like no, that's not. I want to like Willie Reed. I don't know why. I feel like I can envision somebody, but like I don't know who that is. But I feel like I can envision the type of. I feel like it's like a power forward. Like I feel like it's like a power forward dude that's like bigger. I don't know why. I feel like it's something in that sense. I'm gonna stay for like 2 or 3 minutes. If I can't get him, I can't get him. But I feel like I definitely. I mean, if I got a Demetrius Jackson, I think this guy probably is gettable. I feel like it's like a power forward, maybe, or like a small forward that's like big. I don't know why I feel like that, but when I think about this last guy, I feel like I can see that. Or it could be another point guard because they don't have any point. They don't really have a lot of point guards on this team. But they do have a lot of creators, so. But it could be another point guard that just came around. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, vet point guards that were around. That went, like, it's not Ish Smith. I know that. Ish Smith's probably in, like, Washington or something during these years. Or, like, Detroit. And that's the only one. That's the only point guard that was, like, bouncing around that I know ended up on the Sixers. Because they have TJ, so TJ's probably the backup point guard. And then, like, I don't know who the third string would be. I don't think they don't really have a third string, so it probably is a third string point guard. Because Demetrius Jackson wasn't playing. He wasn't playing games for them. Jawan Evans. I think he was a Clipper. I don't know why that popped in my head. Didn't like Sindir. I feel like is it another Clipper? If I can see another Clipper, like Clipper end of the bench dude that ended up here in Philly. I think I'm gonna end it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it. But we got okay. Who is it? Haywood. Oh my God, Haywood Highsmith did start as a Sixer. I don't remember it. Yeah, he was a Sixer. Dang, for some reason I just thought he spawned on the Miami Heat. I forgot Haywood Highsmith was a 76er. That's how he got his start, and then he got to this Philly. Okay, but I mean, considering everything, I think I did amazingly. I think I did amazing. Damn, I got freaking. I want to join the. TLC is that's a good one, Dev. TLC is a good one. I don't remember. I definitely didn't remember, but if I would have remembered, I would have typed his name. TLC, I don't think he's in the NBA at this point. I think TLC, because I think he left. He was a Sixer, he left, and then he came back in Brooklyn at some point. I'm like, yeah, all right. Now we'll just do some regular hoop grids for a little bit, and then we'll end. But that took a lot of brain power. But or no, let's do connections. I haven't done connections in a minute. Let's do some of those hoop grids. Haven't done connections in a minute. Let's do some of that, and then we're good. Let me make it bigger. This, and then we'll go. Make it a little bit smaller. All right, we'll do some connections, and then yeah, we'll end it off. All right, connections. Okay. Already see NBA fighters. Always ready to throw hands. Okay, especially with these pictures for sure. All right. I see Donovan here. The Dons. Okay. I see Celtics here, and then I see what are these Clippers or MVPs? Cars, Clippers, and Thunder. Okay, easy one to start. Okay, next one. Let's see. Next one. I see the Raptors. I see. Got guys on TV now. No, okay. I just thought maybe Chase. What the hell? Who's Chase? What? Jemias Ramsey. What are these? Have to do with anybody? Oh, the Lob City Clippers. Lob City Clippers. Katie, TJ Ford. Something to do with like Texas or something. What is Chase Audige doing here? I don't know anything about. I legit don't know anything about him. Mike Minsky, TJ Ford. Did TJ Ford go to Texas? Paul Pierce. Might be something here with like these guys, like scoring, forward play for the Nets, and then what is this? Last name contains a car brand. What is a Minsky? I don't know. I don't know about cars enough. Okay. All right. I see Detroit Pistons All Stars. Oh no, wait. No, I see Detroit Pistons centers. Detroit Pistons centers. Okay. Let me see. What else do I see? I see the bull. I see Bulls. The Bulls. Um, let's see. DPOY, Mobley, Kawhi, Garnett. LeBron didn't win DPOY, but there's something there in defense. I don't know. Okay. All defensive teams or something like that. One away. Okay, I'm one away. Oh, I didn't realize I had that. Oh. I didn't realize. I forgot these is you have lives. I forgot. That's on me. Shaq's players making 50 mil. Okay. All right. For some reason, I saw Ball, Bell, Bull, Beal. I don't think that's anything, but yeah, no. Okay, that was. Why did I even guess that? That's so dumb. All right, I see the Spurs. I see Spurs. I see the Spurs. Um, let's see. I see guys that were traded this summer. Moves teams this summer. Okay. Um, something about the Suns. Something about the Suns. Something about the Suns. Oh, I see Oregon. And then like Suns guard, all-star guards. Guards play for the Suns. Okay. All right, let's go. We're moving through this a little bit. All right, I see the Pacers. Championship Pacer. Yeah, I see Pacers. Um, let's see. Okay. I see like all defensive team. All defensive players like Herb Jones, Kawhi, Scotty, Jimmy, McHale. Like I see all defense. Something about all defense or something has got to be in there. I feel like. What does Eddie House have to do with anybody on this list? Like Celtics, Heat, championship. I don't know. Brandon Miller, Keon Ellis. What does Keon Ellis have to do with anybody on this list? What do you play for? Keon Ellis was South. Was he South Carolina or was he Alabama? Colin Sexton was Alabama. Oh, Alabama. Something about Alabama. Okay, Alabama. Okay. Something with no. These are only two that play for the Raptors. Kyrie, Clay. Oh, 2011 draft? Alright, and then what do these guys have in common? Name contains a building or structure. Okay. Let's go. We're kind of running through this a little bit. Okay. I see the Nuggets. Who's this last? Oh, Aaron Gordon. I was gonna say, who's the last Nugget? Aaron Gordon. Alright, I see the Nuggets. Coffee, water. Something with like water or something you drink in their name. Like, I don't know. I'm pulling out strings here. Luca, Kyrie, Popeye Jones. What does he have to do with anybody on this list? Something about the Pacers. Pacers All Stars. Has been the Pacers face of the franchise. Okay. Dwayne Wade, Anthony Davis, Luca. What do these guys have to do in common? What does Lindy Waters have to Amir Coffee have to do with anybody on this list? Kyrie is something with like no. Jeff T, Dwayne Wade. I feel like there's something here, right? Like something with All Stars. One away. Okay, one away. So what would I think? These four have something in common. Best LeBron teammates. And what do these guys have? Name contains a drink. Waters, Popeye. Okay. I said that earlier. I just didn't know who would have been involved. Okay. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Miami Heat. Okay. Miami Heat. Um, Marcus Camp. Something gotta be something with blocks here somewhere. Maybe. Um, 2011 draft class. No, no, I don't think it was. Oh, something like all-star point guards. Celtic point guards. Okay, that makes sense. And then something with the Rockets, but none of the other guys play for the Rockets, so no. What does Nurkic have to do with anybody? Like something with like blocks at like 5x5 games or something like that, but from centers? Like center triple? Oh, big man to play for the Nuggets. Okay, that's a lot more simple. And then play for the Raptors. All right. Let's see. Okay. I see. Like Lakers champions. One of them were Kobe, basically. Lakers champions. All right, I see the Rockets. I see. Like played their entire. No. Gotta be something like these guys, right? No? I accidentally put it twice. I'm stupid. Steph, Iggy, LeBron, Paul George, Kawhi. Hmm. What does Kelly Oubre have to do with anybody on this list? Finals MVPs? Maybe. But then again, who? I don't know. Beat LeBron in the finals? Dang, went away. So, this is my last one. Who is it? Sixers forwards. Beat LeBron. Oh, beat LeBron in the finals. Oh, I should have put. Oh, I messed up. I should have put. Yeah, that was on me. I had it right. I just had the wrong people. Dang it. All right, we'll do a couple more. Brian Reeves. What the hell? Grizzlies? Big Grizzlies, big man. Okay. 76ers. Coaches. No way. So like Tiago? No. No, these got current coaches. Played and coach NBA. What are these guys? Elite trash talkers. All right. Okay. Clippers. Traded from the Clippers. There's no other Clipper here. It's gotta be something like traded from the Clippers or involved in the Clippers trade. Clipper. Okay, Zubac is not a Clipper anymore, so that's incorrect, but okay. Um. Okay. Rudy Sabah. I see a lot of. It's gotta be something with 3-point shooting here, like top 3-point shooters. Okay. Gotta be something with double doubles here too, right? Like top double double people. No. Oh, but Kevin Love's probably involved. Sabonis. Oh, probably like Timberwolves big men. And then what do these guys have involved? Lefties. All right, we'll do like two more or whatever. All right, gotta be Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets. Kansas. Like Kansas Stars. Yeah, it's just Kansas in general. Oh, okay. Tatum. The Miami Heat. 2020 Miami Heat team. And then these guys are 2K covers. Yes. All right, last one. We'll do last one and we'll wrap it up. All right. Okay, so we got OKC. OKC. Um, dunk contest champions. Slam dunk contest legends. Legends. My bad. I didn't put Aaron Gordon because I know he didn't win, but obviously he probably should have won. All right, and then we got Demar, like some Cali. No, dang. I thought that was right. Ginobili. Ginobili, Steph, Kyrie, Russ, Harden. Huh. Can't be anything with like second draft pick. I was thinking draft class, but then no one else. I think these three, and then no one else in that class because Westbrook's here before, Kawhi and Kyrie are after, Ginobili's before, Barnes is after. So it can't be draft class. It's got to be something with like some legendary, or is it like Clippers? But it's only these three. These other guys play for the Clippers. That's why I thought of these four for like some sort of Cali connection, but it's not. Kyrie, Harden, guys that played by Kevin Durant. Okay. And then wing to play for the Spurs. All right. That was fun. All right. That's going to be it for today. We'll probably be back. We're not going to be tomorrow because I'm going to movies tomorrow. So we'll probably be back either Monday or Tuesday night with Backyard Baseball. I promise we're going to be back with Backyard Baseball. I promise if it lasts like 3 streams that I haven't done it, I'm going to do Backyard Baseball next stream because we got to get that going and back in. All right. Obviously, Dev, I appreciate you always for making these fun. Hope y'all, stay safe out there. Have a good weekend. Go chill, eat some food, do all that stuff. I really, really do appreciate y'all for being here. We've been going a lot recently. I really do. I'm back from being sick, so we're gonna be getting more content, a lot more fun content coming soon. Take care of yourselves, stay safe and all that stuff out there. And I'll see you later, man. Peace out.